Facts. Now, here's all the women I've talked to in my life, okay? So they can be my wife, right? Or my queen, you want to say, But I'm no simp, though, so I take that shit back, right? This video is going to be about how do you know if she's down to go with you? Okay, how do you know? How do you know anything about any type of woman in particular psychologically, okay? Because I say this time and time again, any guy who is emotional, you shouldn't be watching me. I'm a tough love type of guy. Gen Xer, Indigo child, INFJ. Just get off of here if you just look at my face and you feel this negative energy. I'm not for you. I do have a Patreon down below. I know most of you haven't had alpha fathers. There you go. Right down below, right there. You can just click off, okay? Or go be by yourself, okay? Or figure it out on your own. I do not recommend you passport brothers to go out unless you have my knowledge, okay? Particularly because I'm a private person. How to tell if a female's for you. 100%, regardless if she's a virgin or not. I don't care where she comes from. The one particular thing you must do before you encounter any female is to have your standards right there at the totem pole, right there. Okay, this will knock off at least 70% of women. The second thing is that any female who wear a mask, that has to be tested, right? We ain't gonna figure nothing out. You have to do the testing. I always teach you guys, and I teach you women too now, to test the relationship out early. Don't just fall for them because they're beautiful. Is a beautiful? No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Beta people always look at the imagery first. If you're wearing makeup, you're not natural, all right? Alpha men don't deal with unnatural women, okay? Unless they're selling for less and they're desperate, okay, all right? But if you want to, I'm just trying to keep it a buck, keep it 100, 200, $1,000 for you, okay? You have to test the women out. I know most of you guys can't handle the fact of looking for virginity, polygyny, and seeking the father figure. See, the father figure is the most important tool when you talk to these women. All of these women didn't have a father figure, except her, because I was trying to make her my second wife. Okay? Trying to make her my second wife basically cost her life. Okay? And so my first wife was supposed to agree with me getting her as my second wife, but it didn't work. So now she's miserable. You got to set up a plan, okay, you guys, in advance, because what if she wants to act up? You already know that I went through a lot with women, and I don't play games. I usually put these standards in front here. I tell them this is how I operate. This is who I socialize with. Here's the foundation. You lay that shit out, okay? You lay it all on the table for her. And if she takes any of those cards and try to alter it in her kind of way, she belongs to the streets. Any woman who don't want to submit to you, she belongs to the streets. And on top of that, some women wear a mask. My first wife, who was a virgin, by the way, and I recorded everything I do, I really thought that virgins will be more loyal. And they are, most likely so, because it's hard to find virgin women, okay? Pure women who have not been contaminated or sullied, okay, or penetrated, okay. These type of women are hard, so they're more likely to be loyal because there is such a small percentage of females who keep their virginity all the way up. Okay, it's better to find a 40-year-old virgin than to deal with a woman who's basically been out all in the streets. I know most of you guys love simping. That's up to you. Suckers investing in mediocre punani. That's on you. Okay, I know most of you guys like to trick. I know some of you trick daddies out there. I understand you like to simp. You love them beautiful big black booties, white booties, snow booties, red booties, whatever. And I know some of you guys are Pan-Africans. I only deal with black women, yada, yada, yada. That's on you. Okay, the characteristic of a person's maturity is more important than their colorism, okay? Their color about a person is not necessary. It's about their natural health, guys. And I keep telling you guys, if you want to talk to these women, see, this woman right here was from Nigeria. She didn't trust me from the beginning, so I had to use psychology to figure out if she trusts me or not. I met her off of TikTok, okay, and of course we had little video interviews and stuff like that. And then this girl right here, I still talk to her to this day. She only likes me for the money, and that's good too. At least she's honest. It's better to have a woman who's honest about things straight up than a woman who basically like that is conniving. If you're focused on loyalty, right? If you're focused on loyalty, it comes at a cost, you women. Loyalty comes at a cost. You can't possibly be loyal if you're a horny toad. If you're a nymphomaniac, you could just forget it. You might as well just tell them straight up, you're not pleasing me. You must tell them. That's why it's important to have sex before marriage. It's important to understand if a female can have a child before, even trying to copulate with anything. She has children and we compatible sexually. You guys don't deal with the psychology of a woman. You don't. While women, they keep that shit secret. They hold it better than you guys. I'm trying to protect you guys out because you're out in the open. Women are more disloyal than men. That's a fact. We already know that, as a matter of fact, okay? And so I try to make deals with all of them by trade, okay? And that is what you're supposed to do. If she takes something away from you, you take two things away from her. You have to do negotiation deals. Y'all women agree with me too. What are you giving? What are you bringing to the table? Okay, I don't ask for much. I just ask, hey, if I want something, you're going to give it to me and you're going to try to make it the best way as possible. If you keep rejecting me, I'm going to start rejecting you. You got to tick for tack. It's not a childish game, okay? When you work at a job and your job tells you to come near, you're going to go to your job, right? Everything is a job. Having children is a job. When females start talking about equal, when they know nothing is really equal, okay, that's a form of delusion, right? Conclusion, okay? Illusion, okay? I tell my daughters all the time, hey, what you don't give me, you don't get. It's that simple, okay? So start studying the female's psychology and understand. What I learned so far from women and anybody is not to trust anybody. Go with that. That's the first thing. Know thyself more than anything, right? So when you start dealing with women, you got to understand, okay, did she read your standards? Is she what you want? Is she lying, okay? These questions are not pondered in the beta male mind. A lot of beta males tend to don't care about the history of a female. This is a fall. This is your downfall. And a lot of you women are still only looking at looks, or you're thinking about your biological clock, which is ticking. You shouldn't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's better not to have kids if you don't have the education, right? It's better to homeschool your children than to put them in a public school. This is why I don't like listening to people who think they're parents, okay? You put your kid in public school where strangers are at. Duh, that means you're uneducated. Duh, too. You got 3 strikes already. Then you know having children is work, right? You know that, right? You both know that you have to work together, right? But a lot of millennials and lots of women who made wrong choices because they didn't have a daddy figure, that's on you. Because you don't understand the psychology of a man. You don't understand the emotional intelligence of a man because you don't have any. You don't know how to support a man. And as I said before, of all the women, the hundreds of women I've talked to, I used to do services for women in my past. And I got paid for it without being in a relationship with them. It's a business proposition, baby. Everything is I teach my daughters this. A business proposition is trade. It may not even be all for money. And you don't even have to be ambitious about it. There's always a give and a take. And that's how you do not procrastinate. All right? Other than that, you can see my series down below. Okay? And okay, you can also go on my YouTube if they take this down. Okay? Because certain words I say are different from their mindset, so they take it down. I don't bully. I don't do anything. All right? Other than that, that's all I really got to say, guys. Please study the psychology of women and protect your mental health at all costs. You men are losing. We already know the statistics already if you're wise. Be an alpha and get educated. That's what really means. That's what it really means to be alpha, to be highly knowledgeable. A highly knowledgeable nerd, okay, with high standards. Peace.